welcome to the skating lesson. I'm Dave Lees.
And I'm Jonathan Byer. Hi.
And today we're thrilled to welcome Rafael Arutyunyan. Rafael, welcome to the skating lesson.
Thank you. First time. I think I did first time video because we did some interviews,
Yes.
but never. I try to avoid because of, my English, like.
I think you could yell at us in any language, Rafael, if you needed to,
Problem is I learned English pick up from street. And sometimes I'm using bad words, get in trouble. Yeah, everybody blames me, but I said, guys, I never learned from universities, so don't blame me. You can hear that words on TV, on the street, on the beach, and then I use it, and they said, don't say that.
How were you supposed to know? Yeah.
Yeah. How I know which one is good, which one is bad? I never, sometimes I get in trouble, so sorry.
So we wanted to know
you can do this. If I say something wrong, you say like.
And then we'll create a video of just you making bad words. Okay.
So we wanted to know a little bit about your career because we've seen you coaching so many talented skaters. But what was your career like? Who taught you such good technique? How, when did you compete?
It's just last 10 years is like that. First 30 years was different. Mm-hmm. So 30 years I was teaching it was hard. Mm-hmm. Because I never was good skater. And to establish yourself, you had to go through everything. I mean, you had to teach anything comes to your door. And I was trying to be good, and I was trying to teach my, anybody comes to you and then compete against talented ones, and never could win. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? It's so hard. And then, whenever you're talking technique, I was learning from everybody and still learning from everybody. Still do. But what was I think good is I wanted to win. I was trying to win competitions and never had good students, so I had to find something.
Who coached you as a skater?
Oh, there was a Russian lady from Petersburg, which came to Georgia as a coach, and she was friend of Stanislav Zhuk, which is one of the known coach in the world. I mean, in my case, he was best coach in the world. Till now, I don't think anybody is better than him. Mm. And she was a friend of his from Petersburg because of Stanislav worked in Moscow, but he was from Petersburg. And she taught me. But I mean, what she taught me, it was completely different. Technique is changing and changing and changing. So I had to establish my own ideas, and because I said I was working with not that talented kids, I had to find something to make them to skate well. So I think I got some ideas. So after this 40 years teaching, then I met, good ones, and one of the best was Michelle, which I learned a lot from, and I hope she was happy work with me.
Mm-hmm. So your biography says that the Soviet officials put you with Tarasova to learn from her as a coach and to work with her.
No, I was working with Tarasova about 8 years in the same ring, but that time Tarasova was dance coach. She was working with Vestimianova and Bukin, which is Olympic champions. And there was in Russia, in USSR, that time was a sessions for single skaters separate, for dancers separate. We had ice time, which was divided between. And I was working on same ring with her. And I'm very good friend of her. And basically, coaching, it does not mean, even she is dance coach, doesn't mean, you don't learn from her. I learned from her a lot. And we are good friends already 30 years. I still talk to her, still gives me ideas. So, learning never ends.
What makes her such a good coach, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think makes Tarasova such a good coach?
Well, I mean, she loves her job. And basically, her father was one of the best hockey coach ever. So it's a generation. I think it's genetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we know so much about your technique is helping so many people with these jumps. So what kind of jumps were you doing when you were a skater?
I
And how
was doing up to loop.
Okay.
Loop. That's it. But that days was enough.
Okay.
So Sergei Volkov was one of my good friends, and he won worlds. He was first Russian man who won the world title. So Sergei was doing Salkov and Tolov, and that's it.
Okay. Okay. So most of the technique you've learned not necessarily from you doing the jumps yourself.
No. There's nothing related.
Okay.
Nothing related on.
Okay.
I mean, I don't remember even where I was jumping. It's completely different story. My jumping technique comes from experience and knowledge and biomechanic and way you skate, way you use your edges.
Do you wish you had been your own coach?
Oh, I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like good question. Funny questions. Yeah, if I think it's not because of only me, because of technique developed. It's changed completely right now. We was taught differently.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we was taught differently. I think my problem was I was listening to my coach a lot. And that was like kind of because of technique was not developed. And they was trying to do their best.
Yeah.
But sometimes that didn't work. But I was trying to execute everything she told me. But because of they didn't know exactly how that works.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Okay.
I see so many times right now, whenever somebody tells to student what to do, but I see it's not exactly what should be done.
Yeah.
And then that student tries and tries a lot. And unfortunately it does not work because of both of them, basically, they don't know exactly how to do it.
Mm.
And then it stocks. There is much better solution how to make it happen. Let's be put this way. So technique is whenever there is better solution how to make it happen. Take everything in your life. You can build anything if you want to, but there is constructor will come and will make better solution how to make it.
Yeah.
So it's not just one way. You can always tinker it.
Yeah, you understand what I mean? So that's exactly what I'm talking. I'm trying now, 61 already, and I'm trying now to open academy of coaches to bring coaches in.
That's great.
My idea is I got everything I wanted to get. I got everything. I got more than I wanted. I never realized I would have several world champions. I never realized that in my life. I was thinking to be better coach and try to teach good skaters, but I never realized I would make world champions. So I got several. So now after this, all what I did, and I want to open academy for coaches. I want to invite coaches to do seminars for them.
Yeah.
Basically, I would like them to bring skaters, but I don't want to teach skaters at all. I want them to bring skaters. That's my idea. I don't know how that will work. But my idea is invite you with your student, teach you way to skate, way to teach, working with my students.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go with your students to next ring, next to that my ring, and teach your students and try.
Yeah.
how that works. I don't want to mess up with your student.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, what I see is it creates tension. See, you come with your student, he was teaching something, let's say. Then I get there, I step like big guy, and stuff. Oh, that's not that's the way it should be done. What this guy will think about you? I mean, your student will say,
Right.
about you. So that's why I want you invite you first. Work
Right.
with you. You work with my skaters. Even I will make you involved to hear what I said, and maybe just give me some your ideas. What do you think about? And then you go to next ring and work with, and try to do that with your students. See where it works. Don't make me to come to them and teach them.
How much of a coaching talent do you think is you're just born with an eye and an idea to be able to spot it quickly?
I think that can be trained.
It can be taught, you think? Okay.
Yeah, you can train that.
Okay.
About how, because it's a visual thing primarily.
It's a visual thing. It's like knowledge. It's like about way basically figure skating. It's not that difficult at all.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult. It's so simple.
Okay.
It's based on physics and biomechanics, and where you see bodies, because of everybody's body is different. As you understand,
Yeah.
everybody, even let's say motorcycles are different. There is motorcycle which for racing. There is motorcycle you just, and these two different motorcycles are different on a curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand what I mean. So shape of motorcycle decides how good you're on a curve.
So how much are you catering to each student individually? Do you find it you have a lot of basic rules, or it's always very flexible?
It's a basic rules, but then it's flexible. There is basic rules.
Yeah.
You should ride motorcycle, but where you get to curve, it's already different approach.
Okay. Because I'm intrigued because I often look at the different air positions in the quads, and Nathan does very different air positions than someone else and someone else. So that you make it more specific.
Depends on sure. I will give you an answer to that. If your shoulders are bigger and hip are smaller or opposite, sure you should get adjustment.
Okay. But it's only butt adjustment.
yeah. Okay. But based on again knowledge.
Okay.
Based on your basics.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you have no recipes for everybody. That's why I don't like to teach students, because of if those body and technique develop somewhere, somehow, and then you give him advice. What advice you can give him? You can give him advice to get a coach who knows what to do. So that's why I want to develop coaches instead of give advices to students.
Because when you see the other coaches kind of give maybe the incorrect advice, and the student is trying and it's not working, do you find the common type of mistake that a coach is making? Like they're not being enough?
Again, my English.
Okay. So when you see coaches make mistakes,
I understand that.
Are they usually the same mistakes?
Yeah, basically, it's like very common mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's very common mistakes. That's why I want to do that. What I want to do, to at least give them very simple advices. Very you should avoid this. You should avoid this. Okay. You should teach way to do mohawk or way to do three-turn. There is very simple ideas, which I will give basics, which then will turn to very big idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No.
And do you find that most with American coaches or all coaches?
No, it's like all over the world.
Okay.
It's all over the world. That's why before I was trying to not talk about my technique a lot because I was so competitive and I wanted to win. But now what I want to do is I want to share. I think I did everything I wanted.
Okay.
And I'm like 61. It's time to give away.
That's nice. Yeah, that's noble.
I feel it's time to give away. It's time. I have maybe another active another 4-8 years to be still I like it and still I love my job. Even I'm working 42 years, still I love it. But I think it's time to give away. I started with some of my skaters, some of my students. Michael Brizina started to help me. I'm teaching him. And I was working with Adam. Adam helps me a lot. Even Nathan wants sometime help me. He said, Prof, I love Michael works with some skaters. I want to do it as well. And they understand very well. They know very well. They know very, very well. It's small. With them, it's very small corrections. But with other ones, educational, I think it would be a big job. But I love to do it. So it's great. I'm working for Rings. It's a big company in LA area, and they build a new ring, which is great park. There is 4 shoe faces of it's huge project.
Wow.
So it's they open that for ducks.
Okay.
But we will have our own ice ring with the classes, with physiotherapists. Big, very big. So I'm trying to open academies there. There are several rings. So coach comes to me and I said, you wanna stay with me, I will work. So I'm working, he comes, he asks me questions, he learns, then he takes his own kids and he trains them and sees how that works.
Yeah.
Basically, I am not against it. He will bring somebody, but it will be his decision. Do you understand? I don't want to mess up with the parents and skaters.
Yeah.
So since we last saw you, you have a ton of new students. You have students from China, you were telling us. So why don't we start with Marin Honda, because she has been one of the biggest talents from Japan. I think her musicality is amazing, perhaps.
Incredible. Yeah, very pretty, very incredible girl. And, 4 years I was working only with Americans. As you see, I had several, but I was working for US. I tried to do my best. I was focused to get medals, and which I did, So Ashley Wagner got a medal. Nathan got a medal. I said, good. And unfortunately, I don't have young coming up skaters from US. Young, I count 11, 12. I was helping a little bit, was a deal with that new girl, Solo. I was working 3 months. She was coming for 1 week, living 1 week, and then she quit. So unfortunately, I would love to have Americans, young coming up skaters. But maybe because everybody said he does not take young ones or make a rumors, it's wrong. That's wrong. I take young ones. I prefer him. Like I took Nathan. He was 11. So 8 years. 8 years took me to make him to be good. And so that's how much time you need to make a big good. But Marin, she's 16, and
big talent.
Big talent, 16. You understand? It's again challenge. Like what challenge with Adam, what challenge with Ashley. It's exactly challenge because of how many Olympic champions 20 years old. How many?
Not many. They win at 16 now. Yeah. So
that's the key. I think that we make it clear.
So she has her jumps.
Everything. that's what I like. I make everything clear.
Mhm.
Whenever we talking age, remember, like I came up that change age and and it even didn't pass.
Mhm.
That question even didn't pass in ISU. So, guys, how many skaters you know after 16 got Olympic champions? Not too many, right?
Too many.
Right.
So let's say some girl is now 10 years old, 10 and a half. What she should do, that girl?
Go
That
to.
girl, that girl cannot get to Olympics
Mhm.
because of she will be 14 and a half
Yeah.
on that Olympics, and she will be too old.
At the next, yeah.
So
Yeah.
what that girl should do?
Win a world championships.
Yes, exactly, but that's what I'm talking, right?
Yeah.
So we should understand, when I started to talk about age first, 4 or 5 years ago, because I said, guys, it's not fair whenever 13 years old, 14 years old girl competing against 18 years old girls. It's completely different bodies, it's completely different approach.
Mhm.
So that's why talking to Marin, talking to other Eun-soo, talking to, I mean, it would be difficult, but it's challenge. I will do my best. I know some tricks,
Mhm.
so I will
So-
try to do.
What does Marin need to improve to become world champion? I think she has all of the artistry she needs, but I see power,
Yeah,
speed.
technically, I don't like whenever people gets to jumps and I worry about she will do it or not.
Mhm.
Always my approach is to have consistency on jumps. So there could be some problem,
Mhm.
very little, tiny, one,
Mhm.
but not two, not three, not four.
Okay.
So that's what I'm working with, and it will take time. I hope they will stay with me more than 2 years.
Mhm.
I always back, give me 2 years.
Mhm.
And then after 2 years, nobody will leave.
Mhm.
If they will give me 2 years because of till I set up everything as I want.
Mhm.
And there is some habits which they have already, which they created since like they was kids.
Mhm.
That's why they was fall. So to get rid of that habit takes 1 year to get rid of, 1 year to make it more consistent, and then another 2 years to get it consistent. So it's 4 years work.
Mhm.
Mm.
Now,
So 4 years, it's required. 4 years, perfect.
Okay.
now her old coach, Marin's old coach Mia Hamada, would say that Marin did not work as hard as some of her other students like Satoko. Or do you see that problem? Or
Sometimes what happens is kids are losing trust
Mhm.
what they're doing, and then they don't work very hard.
Mhm.
You know,
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
you know, and that's what happens. And I think motivation is one of our job as well,
Mhm.
to motivate them. Or I know same thing was people talking about Michael Brezina, or yeah, sure, everybody wants to have Adam Rippon, which works very hard.
Mhm.
Yeah, then what's our job then?
Yeah,
Right.
technique. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, our job is not only technique. We need to get to psychologists or something. No. We should be psychologists. We should be like that. Mentors. We should be coaches, technical advisors. That's our job. I think that's what I count. That's my job. I'm taking as my job everything.
Mhm.
Sometimes I don't talk during practice at all. Then I talk after practice.
Mm.
So what I do, that's my job.
Yeah.
Do you think Marin could make the Worlds this year? Is it too much to ask for?
Well, I think it's too much to ask, but that's my goal.
Okay.
It's too much to ask because of too many problems to solve a problem. There is some problems to work with. Technical. I don't want now to talk about technical.
Yeah.
It's to talk about but there is too much to learn for now, and still I am afraid whenever some habits are already there, which you established during 6 years, you want to get rid of that problem in 2 months.
Yeah.
Just percentage, calculate. Statistics is very good subject.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love statistics. Very good subject. You falling 8 jumps out of 10, so 80% against 20%. And then you want to execute that jump during competitions. You have a pressure, you're nervous, and then you want to execute that jump. 20%? Are you joking? It's a joke.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. I like whenever it's at least 90 against 10, you fall.
Yeah.
Now, how about Eun-soo? Because we saw such an improvement in her already. From you, the jumps look higher, her jumps look stronger. You know, she used to get under.
I'm a very talented girl, but she mess up a lot.
Yeah.
She mess up her free program, and she fall. And I knew that places.
Mm-hmm.
I always know places where it's danger.
Mm-hmm.
And she fall like because of something already was done differently. So it was suddenly fall from nothing. So pop from nothing. But I said again, if she gives me another 2 years, I think she will be good.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what I do. I know what to wait for.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they thinking, oh, I do well. Who told you that? I said. They say, no, ask me a question. How I do? How I do? You don't do very well.
Okay.
That's it. You know, it's those opinions. It doesn't matter. They subjective. They not objective. They subjective.
Yeah.
Subjective. They have feelings. I have eye.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like too many young singers like her when she comes up and with federations and with different coaches that sometimes they are given too much information or too many conflicting ideas?
I said to everybody, guys, if we work as a team, we should always count what we are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We always should speak. Athletes are so sensitive, and we should speak same thing.
Yeah.
We should not give too many ideas.
Different.
They don't need different ideas. They don't need that.
Okay.
You know, and I try to talk to my students to say, if you have questions, come to me. I will answer.
Yeah.
But don't try to listen to everybody because of, first of all, not everybody is your friend, obviously. And then not everybody exactly knows. Maybe sometimes somebody wants to look smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just say something.
Right.
So, you know, I don't have time to talk too much, but I will give you proper advice, very little.
So when you have a new student like Marin or Eun-soo or something like that, do you want to protect them for a while so only you and your team?
You know what I do is whenever I get new students, first what I do is I'm looking way they act.
Okay. If
they do something weird, I can tell them and see way they respond. Because of it's exactly that's what I'm talking. Time to educate them on every single aspect. There is so many aspects. There is warm up. There is warm up on ice. There is warm up off ice. There is rest between short and long. There is so many things. When we're talking technique, it's a very small part of figure skating. There is, if you have day off between short and long, what you do? If you don't have, what you do? If you have qualification, what you do? So, questions.
And do you learn more from them by watching their skating and their
Yes,
or by talking about their opinion?
Exactly. I'm watching, I'm learning, I just know sometimes I don't want to speak even. I just don't speak. I see, it's not you see and you run and, it's just, okay, got it.
Learning. You're learning about them. Okay.
Now, how much do the kids learn from each other? Like you have Marin and you have
Oh, we have such a good group of skaters. We have perfect group of skaters. Nathan helps Michael, Adam helps Nathan, and I mean, yesterday that's what I was talking. Nathan was standing there and telling Michael something like about jump and stuff. That's incredible what I have in my group. Mm-hmm. You should see it. It's just.
But you feel that's safe because everyone is in your ideas. Okay. Yeah. So then
but
you
don't. That's what I asked when I came to that new ring. I told them I want my own ice time. It's not because of I want something special treatment or anything. It's not at all. So it's about philosophy of being on ice.
Yeah.
What to do, way to train. Some people will come and start to play on ice. What I do then? I mean, we don't have time.
Yeah.
Time too short, so we don't have that type of things. We have like group of people who wants to train and follow rules. We have very simple rules. I mean, who skates program? It's emergency car. Mm-hmm. It's a car which is like who got to jump and you do crossovers, you should avoid, give him space to jump. Mm-hmm. So simple rule. You run all the way around, you got to your jump and somebody stays there and it's not normal. Yeah, right? So we have very simple rules how to behave on ice.
Okay.
And philosophy about warm up and what you do on ice, what you do in the morning. You come in the morning and you should warm up on ice. You start to feel how hard is ice today, how your blades are down, not, so many things. And that's all in my group. Everybody knows that. And then they passing generation to generation. They teach younger ones how to do it.
So you spoke about Nathan earlier, and he's going off to Yale this year.
Yeah.
Will he work with someone at Yale to just watch him, or how will you handle this?
I don't know. I don't think he can handle anybody to work with. Mm-hmm. It would be hard for him. And he wants to fly back and forward. Maybe I will fly. If I go to Europe, I will get there. But I'm pretty much sure if he feels he will get in trouble, he will make some other decisions. Mm-hmm. But for now, he is pretty secure with his jumps. Mm-hmm. And we got such a good programs for him. I mean,
amazing.
Yeah, you're talking amazing. But what I want you to do? You try. Take his program since he was 11. Mm-hmm. And you will see step by step all my group, me, like my wife and Nadia. My wife was choosing music. Nadia was getting some steps. I was choosing ideas. So he was raising him to get to this point because he had so many different programs. Sometimes judges came to me and they said, "Oh, that program does not match to Nathan's style." I said, "He is 12. He is 13 years old. Guys, give me a break. Give him time to try." Yeah. How do you know? But at least some movements will stay in his mind, in his body. Then he will get mature skater. He will decide what to skate on. But he will have a choices to what to do. Do you understand what I mean? He had so many different classical music things and some fun music. And some, this music does not match. Okay, guys, stop. So in my case, whenever you're young, you should learn a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. When you get older, then you decide what to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's capable of doing 5 different quad jumps. We've seen him compete. how many do you think he will do? Because now with the rules being different.
Yeah, that's a big question. That's a big question. I mean, see, we get in trouble with this changing and changing and changing.
Yes.
Whenever somebody asks me about rules, I said, guys, I'm not learning your rules at all. I don't care your rules because of you changing and changing. Can you guys stop?
Yeah.
You know, let's say I had Mao Asada in May. Suddenly, she was world champion already, junior world champion. Suddenly, they came, oh, that should be from outside there in May. So, I will ask to any coach, how much time takes to get proper edge on lats? Is it enough time from May to October?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
So, how you come up with this rule? Who made that rule?
The ISU, but they should give it years in
So
advance.
ISU made that rule because of they don't understand how much time it takes.
It's true. Yeah.
So they could make the rule and implement it later and apply it. I see.
So they have to come to coaches and say, guys, do you know what? Lot should be from outside edge. I would say, agree. Then I would say, 4 years. Raise new generation.
Yeah.
Because you can't reteach everyone the same. Yeah.
So I'm not a dentist or I'm not a mathematician or anything. I am a coach. I know how much time it takes. Whenever we come up with new rule, +5, -5. So you was raising child to do everything in second half. You created that rule, suddenly you get rid of. So it's completely different approach. Okay? Whenever they came up with this rule, I made Nathan to do 5 jumps in second half. Last 4, he was doing in 28 seconds. You can take it. You can see 12 years old. You can see 28 seconds, last 4 jumps, including lats. So, I was practicing that. Since he was 12. So you come up with rules, and I get ready for it. So you cannot, guys, come up with the rules, which is changed completely approach. Now nobody knows how that will work.
Right.
5 plus -5, nobody knows how it will work. They tried sometime. I know they tried some competitions. But again, and again, and again, listen to me. +5 and -5 on double jump, it's some percentage. And +5 and -5 on quad jump is different percentage.
Yeah.
Do you understand that, right?
So for you, it's not always the rule, it's how clear it is and how fast it happens.
Yeah, for me, because I'm working with that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I'm working with rules you create.
Right.
So imagine me every morning call and say, green, it's you go or you stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's not. Should be some basic rules, and this is basic. Whenever they came up with the rules of points of jump, why that happened? My question to you guys: why they came with the points of jump? Because of they said it's not fair judging. Judges have so much power to put skaters up and down. So we need clear points for each element, which we will count, and then no problem. Is it true? That's why they came with this point.
usually, yeah, that's what it seems.
Instead of 6 points, they came with this saying we have clear. So lots goes bum, 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 bum. Okay?
Mhm.
What happens now? +5, -5. 10 points different.
Judges
Yeah.
have more power.
Yeah.
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 More
That's
arbitrary.
the joke. That's funny, right?
Mhm.
You guys start to laugh.
Yeah, it's more than the
So
So how do you plan then? Do you look at it and say Nathan can do a quad Lutz, Hanyu doesn't do quad Lutz, we focus on the quad Lutz to make sure that's perfect for this year?
No, what way I work, I do a lot of, I got more than other ones, and that's it. Then I'm, what makes you feel comfortable whenever you get to any nice restaurant? When your wallet is
Thick.
thick.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what my approach is.
Do you think
My
Hanyu,
approach is like that.
do you think how Hanyu skated at the Olympics? Do you think he can be beaten?
Yeah, I think so, because he has nice quality of jumps.
Mhm.
Very nice quality, and he is like, I mean, he skates nice. I love his skating. I love his jumps. I mean, now, what worries me more than anything else? There is so much to play with,
Mm.
up and down, and I think it will get difficult.
Mhm.
For everybody, I know everybody will start more complain. In my case, I would do only 1 point up and down.
Mhm.
If you would ask me, I would say, okay, good, bad.
Yes, I agree. I think that's clean. You either did the jump exceptionally well, you just did it, or you did it, but it was not pretty. Yeah.
One up, one down point.
Yeah.
In that time, it would be much more clear, but unfortunately, I'm not creating rules. Nobody asks me questions how to do it, so I do what I do. I work with the students, and I will do my best. I'm not guy which calculates, like, oh, let's do this and this. I will do as much as I can, and I think I will try to make programs better and see it's why he can skate with triple jumps and do one quad, and it will look perfect.
Mhm.
Maybe he can get even more points, but I know Nathan, he will try to do quads because of his athlete.
Mhm.
He's competitive, so we will
How
do.
has it been with Kolyada?
Kalyada was fun. He came once for 2 weeks because of I like coach, I like him, and it was fun. They skated together, they were jumping together. It was good session to watch.
Mhm.
I could sell tickets.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, will Kolyada work with you during the year or no?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I am I don't think he has that much money to come fly back and forward. It's not like in US. In US, these guys have more opportunities, more sponsorships. In Russia, he doesn't have that much money to fly back and forward. But I like him. He came and he watched what we do, and he kind of picked up some approach, which I like. We are not hiding.
Yeah.
But like,
We are not hiding it. We are not hiding anymore. We got everything we wanted.
yeah. So when you talk about like 2 years, 4 years, what do you feel like you can give someone like Kolyada in such a short amount of time? Just ideas?
Some ideas, and if he picks it or not.
Mm-hmm.
If he picks that ideas, maybe he will say, "Oh, I want to come again and watch again."
Okay.
I never force anybody. I want somebody to come and see if they like it. They can pick it.
And have you ever coached someone via Skype or like video?
No, I never coach it. I think that's possible.
Okay.
You do think it's okay?
Yeah, it's possible. I know it's possible.
Will Nathan send you videos, do you think, this year?
Yeah, Nathan will send me videos, and maybe I will talk to him by Skype if he will need it. I know it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I know Skype is helps a lot, and it's possible to teach by Skype. I just don't have much time. I'm so busy on ice. I work from 7 to 4.
Okay.
Mm.
I would do by Skype if I would not have a job. But,
Yeah.
I am so busy all day long, tired.
Now, last year, Nathan would change his program from competition to competition, even the short at the Olympics. Will he stick to a plan that you give him this year?
I think he got a little bit smarter this year because of some experience already, and got older and calmed down a little bit. He got his title. I think that was his goal, and he got smarter. I hope he will listen better, but he already does it practices.
Mm-hmm.
So we will talk. I will talk to him before he leaves,
Mm-hmm.
and I will suggest him way to develop his program.
Okay.
Competition to competition.
Mm-hmm.
But again, in Russia I could dictate.
Mm-hmm.
That was different. I could dictate. I completely changed in US.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest.
Okay.
I don't dictate anymore.
Okay.
I just suggest and then watch.
Do you wish you could dictate a little bit?
Some places I think yes,
Yeah.
but unfortunately it's impossible in US.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dictate, let's say, what means dictate? Sometimes people are missing. Okay, if you break a rules on highway, police will stop you.
Mm.
And he will give you a ticket. And whenever we're raising kids, our kids, don't yell at them, don't say that word back, don't say this, don't say that. And I said, guys, okay, but then whenever he gets adult and start to ride bike, and there is rules like 60 miles or 80 miles or 70 miles, he should follow this rule. If he is not, then police stops him and punishes him. So ticket is punishment. I don't have tickets to give it to them.
Yeah.
So what I do then? I should say, dear.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I wanted to ask you, last week we saw Eteri Tudorits's girls at the Russian test skates. Trusova did 3 quads. We saw Anna Sherbakova do a quad lutz. Kosternaya can do a triple axel. How much will that change ladies skating? How much now do you have to work with Marin and Eun-soo about harder
Again, we came. So is Medvedeva did quads as well?
No.
No? And Olympic champion?
No.
No?
The next generation.
That's what I'm talking. It's your answer to question.
Yeah.
Everybody will come and become 16 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they do 16 and 17 quad or triple axel, that means they're in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
They save those bodies for that.
Mm-hmm.
They train those bodies to be good enough, still doing it. That's have more value.
Okay.
And these kids definitely. That's why my suggestion was raise it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my suggestion to raise the age,
Mm-hmm.
there is one of the biggest reasons is because of small kids bodies are not developed yet.
Mm-hmm.
All plates and joints are not developed. It's still growing. And whenever they do quads, they damage themselves.
Okay.
Because of, as you understand, those bodies are not settled down yet. They grow up. So it means those bones are not formed yet.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you do that much pressure, you are killing your cartilages,
Mm-hmm.
you're killing your bones, you're killing your joints. And if you would know your prize money, your real success, whenever you will become world champion, age of 18, maybe you will think how many jumps you will do once.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you will.
Yeah.
To count more chance you to think about it, because of then you will say, now I can do it, I will do 3 times, and I will keep my body in shape till 18, then I become 6-time junior world champion.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the age of 18, and I started to become senior world champion, doing one triple axel, not one, but one triple axel.
Yeah.
So if I am 14 years old, I'm a small kid, let's do it my quads, let's do my quads, let's win right now. What happens then next? I don't want you to end up in wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you had these young, very talented girls that have this talent, how do you make sure that they can go through puberty and then
That's
come
what
out?
I'm talking. That's what I'm talking. Job of ISU should be protect them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm talking about it. Why doctors are not talking about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, as doctors should talk and say, guys, do you know this is 14 years old girl? She still will grow, and she now damages her every time she arrives and hits. She damages her hip.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, stop. And
Yeah.
stop. Only stop can be, it's like a business. Stops, business stops. If
Right.
she knows 18, she will get everything, still healthy, and get everything, and then she starts to win world title, senior. Then she will be count.
Mm-hmm.
She will not count if she is able to win age of 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll forget. Yeah.
So how about
So-
older skaters? You know, we see Gracie Gold is trying to come back this year, and we've seen her jump a little bit. Do you think Gracie could still be competitive if she can get in shape?
I mean, everybody can do everything if she wants to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gracie, beautiful girl.
Mm-hmm.
Jumps very well. And if she really wants to do it, I know it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Many people did it, so it's
Has
possible.
she reached
It's
out to
difficult.
you, or has Gracie called you, or?
No.
Because I'm curious when a skater like that has taken time away, or even like when Paulina took time away, that when you come back, how much time is the appropriate time to go to
So
each
let's count this way. I count always like that.
Okay.
Let me teach you something. So I stopped, somebody moved.
Mm-hmm.
See, right? One, it's one. Then you start to work. He is already here. You just started. So can you imagine how far it goes? It's 3 times more. Till
Right.
you stay, somebody move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Till you started, he already fast movement. You just started.
Yeah.
Right.
You're just picking up. Can you imagine when you will catch up?
Long time.
It's a long time to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you can't stop at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fish should swim, bird should fly, ice skater should skate.
Yeah.
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 You cannot push fish out of water, say, okay, tomorrow I will gonna bring water and put it in.
Yeah.
No, you cannot do this.
So now about Ashley and Adam, you spent so much time coaching them. How much do you see them now? What are they doing? You know, is it boring without them?
I mean, they come sometime. Adam helps me a little bit. Sometime Ashley came helps me a little bit. I want them to be involved to my group to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're too busy right now, but they come back. I know they will.
Do you miss them?
Yes, a lot.
Okay.
You know, they was keeping like good atmosphere. Now Nathan helps me with that, but he will leave, so it will be a little bit difficult because I had a very good group of people. These 3 guys was like amazing.
Yeah.
So it was very good. They was helping me a lot. This ethic of job and way they like was listening to me, and you know everybody could see if they listen, so we should listen. You understand what I mean?
Right.
Incredible. Yeah.
When you see
Yeah.
Adam become such a big star, you know, everyone loves Adam. What is
You know,
that?
I was looking for it. You know, when I took him and he was struggling, he had like hard time to even put his life together.
Mhm.
And I was helping him, and I said, Adam, why you skate? Oh, I love to skate. I said, no, Adam, it's not only love, it's your business.
Mhm.
You know, you love to skate, and that is public session. Go skate on public. Enjoy skating. That's your business. And then he start to pick it up, and he start to realize that's a business. I spend 8 hours to work. I spend 4 hours. I always have a job. Are you white bear or you seal lying on ice? You not. You know, go on beach. You live in California. Why are you sitting on ice? Beach is much nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then they start to work harder, and I think that's what he got. He got his, success, and everybody loves him, and I like that a lot. That's what I was looking for.
Now, how about with Ashley? Because we saw her win a world medal, and then it seems like she had problems afterwards. Do you think she didn't put enough work in, too much other things?
She didn't put that much work as Adam did, definitely. Adam was more hungry, and I think whenever she won, basically that's what she wanted. Yeah. That's what was her goal, but not mine. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to push her more, but difficult. I think that's a problem when they come a little bit too late. Mm-hmm. I mean, imagine 25, 24. It's just, who does it?
Yeah. Right.
Many people does that, Everybody already quits on this age, and I just took them 23, 24. Mm-hmm. But still did okay, I think. We did well.
Now, when you had Michelle, how hungry was she on a daily basis?
I don't know how hungry she was, but she was very professional.
Okay.
Poof. She was professional. Problem was health. That's our problem. Nothing else. Mm-hmm. Nothing else.
Okay.
No problem of practice. No problem. Whenever you're hungry or not, but you know your job.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you do less, but it's still more than other ones. Mm-hmm. Because that's your profession.
Do you find different skaters or different students, depending on their age or like generational group or the country that they come from? Or it's more...
It comes from way they train, culture, or practice. Let's say Evan, I watched Evan several times. He came to Lake Arrowhead. Very professional. Mm-hmm. I mean, very professional. It's just... Now I can say Adam and Ashley became professional. When I took them, they was not professionals.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They was not. Unfortunately, not.
Is Nathan hungry still? Is he professional? How do you...
He's very professional. Mm-hmm. He's very professional. He reminds me of Michelle. I mean, anybody, he can stay with anybody, and he will do his stuff.
Okay.
He knows what to do. No problem at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How about Mariah Bell? What do you expect from her? You once told me she is not a young girl.
I think she's like repeating Ashley's approach, kind of. Was difficult beginning, now 2 years later better, much better. I think she can be still competitive at nationals and make two team. Okay. That's a goal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a goal, basically, and then we will see how far you can go at international.
I guess for you, what would you like? Would you like to have another world champion? Does it excite you when you're in the fight?
I think that's my job. Mm-hmm. That's my job, I think. I just find that's my job already. I should fight for world title again. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like required. I'm working. I think that's what I'm working for, to fight for title, world title, basically.
Do you get any nerves, Rafael? Do you get nervous at a competition? Anxious?
I'm nervous for a certain amount of places. Some places I know.
Okay.
But basically, that places are done. Sometimes I turn around and I don't even look. If you see it, sometimes I turn.
Okay.
And I don't even watch because I know that's already is good. I know a few places which I know.
Okay. But in general, it's okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Were you shocked when Nathan didn't do well in the short program at the Olympics?
No.
Okay.
I knew it. I knew it because of. I mean, he changed that problem.
Yeah.
So how are you supportive or encouraging, but you want to say, I told you?
No, I didn't say I told you. I didn't say anything. He knows.
You just are quiet. Just let it happen.
And the mom knows too.
He knows everything.
Yeah.
He knows everything. I know everything. It's just private.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wonder in the kiss and cry, if something goes really well or if something doesn't go well, what the coach's approach to the skater.
You know, I mean, kiss and cry is like a show place. Basically, I don't like that place at all.
Okay.
You know, if I would have a choices, I would not even show up there.
Okay.
But I could. Yeah. But there, you know, it's just we know. We know whenever it's good, whenever there is not much to talk about it. If it's good, you say it's good. If it's bad, we know. Sitting and, you know, where are we missing? We messed up in preparation, or we messed up because of we changed the program, or we messed up because of we didn't work something well. We know everything.
Okay. Yeah. And you should talk about it back at home.
Yeah, we talk later, and if basically sometimes if he doesn't want to talk about it, I don't even talk. Just we know.
Yeah.
Why we talk if we know?
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
Frank Carroll recently announced his retirement at 80. Can we expect you to teach for 20 more years, Rafael?
You know, I will. That's what I said. I don't want to retire like that. I want to till I can help. I want to help coaches more than even work as a coach.
Okay.
I think will have more value because I could share my experience till I can, till I have something to share.
Now this is a total side tangent, but like when you heard that Medvedev was going to Toronto, when you see those kinds of changes late in the game, what is your take on that as a coach when you see people make those kinds of moves?
I understand it. I understand what happened. She started to feel in that group. Basically, focus would be on other skaters, which is easy to bring to Olympics.
Right.
I think that's why she made that decision.
Okay.
And she made such a smart decision because of Brian is exactly that coach who can at least support her with what she wants to do. How that will work is another question. Big question.
Yeah.
But Brian is that person who will do best he can to support her.
Okay.
So she found best decision for her.
Because you think for her, like in these kinds of moments, it's more about support and encouragement versus making
Exactly. That's it. And still, if somebody believes, it can be done.
Yeah.
We was talking about age for next Olympics or even Worlds. And I mean, it would be so difficult.
Right.
Even in that Olympics, her body couldn't handle preparation, so she lost to Zagitova because she took like 1 or 2 months off.
Yeah.
It was not she lost Zagitova. I mean, they were basically even.
Yeah.
But because of it was new phase and I mean whatever, and her body couldn't handle the broke down.
Yeah. Now, how about Jason Brown? Because we saw Adam Rippon try to add the quads, and it was hard for him. Do you think Jason can add the quads at this point? Difficult.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. He doesn't have a problem with jumping and rotation.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
So with the disconnect, the problem thus far is just in maybe the information.
Again.
He just needs different information on how to do it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. From my point of view, he needs a proper information what to do.
Okay.
Way to do it.
Okay.
How good do you think Medvedeva is? I mean, you compare her with someone like Mao Asada, Yuna Kim, like a real huge talent like that?
I think it depends on team of coaches which will work with her. And I think Brian's team it's a good team.
Okay.
That time she will become like Carolina Costner or
Rafael, was there a skater you always wanted to help but didn't have the chance to work with?
No, I always want to help everybody. That's my it's maybe my karma.
Okay.
I like to help to everybody, but sometimes I should shut my mouth.
Okay.
Did you have an idol growing up when you were skating? Was there someone you looked up to, like Volkov or someone you...
Oh, I like Kurt Browning a lot.
Okay.
I was not growing up, but I love Kurt. He's one of my favorite. I like Scott. I like Brian. A lot. A lot.
Okay.
It's just my favorite ones.
Okay.
Basically, they my favorite single skaters.
Okay. Interesting. And now
I didn't like Russians. They didn't skate very well. No, skating wise.
Okay.
Then lately was Victor was okay. Urmanov, Ilya, but I like these guys a lot.
Okay.
Basically, I like Kurt, Scott, Brian.
I liked Jeff Buttle a lot.
He was okay.
And my guy, Daisuke
I like
Takahashi.
him right now because he was my student, and I like him as a person, and he helps me. He takes my students sometimes, makes a program for them, and he always very polite and very nice to me. Till now, he stands back, listens to me, so that's funny to see it.
Yeah. Now, when you got to work with Sasha Cohen, was that exciting? I mean, is she as talented as Michelle?
You guys don't know, I was working with Sasha Cohen since she was like, I think 14 or something. I was helping her to put jumps together before even I start to work officially. But John Nix allowed me to do it. When I came to US, I even worked with her even before when I came to Sun Valley to shows like 3 weeks. And she was there, I was helping her there. She was learning how to do flip and locks, and I was helping her. So Sasha Cohen, I was working with her a lot, just people didn't know. But John Nix came to Lake Arrowhead. The first day I arrived, when I started to work in Lake Arrowhead, and he told me, I want you to work with her. I like what you do. And so he came himself. That was exciting to see. I was just a new person in US, and he drove up to Lake Arrowhead. It's hard to drove there.
Yeah.
He drove up, and he came to us, and he said, because I told Sasha, I said, I cannot teach you like that if I will have no permission. So John Nix drove up and said, I allow you to teach. I want you to help me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was amazing to see that iconic coach. You understand? God.
Well, thank you so much, Rafael. This was so...
Can I ask one more question, Dave? I'm going to be real fast. I just want to know if you've ever worked with pairs teams, Rafael. With pairs on their jumps, things like that.
Yeah, I start to help somebody. Sometime I did, but it's not consistent. Basically, that's what they need, consistency, and they need work with a jump coach because of, I think it's the biggest problem, and it's too much pressure on them because of they don't jump well. And what I'm talking is, I always said that to U.S. figure skating. I said, do you understand, Russian couples, they come from very strong single skating.
Mhm.
So those single skating very high. So you bring they bring two skaters which can do all triples. They put them together. It's easy to compete against you because of you guys take kids which have no jumps.
Right.
And then peer skating coaches try to teach them how to jump, which is difficult. It's not basically those main profession.
Right.
And we should change something about it.
Would that be of interest to you to work more consistently?
Yes, sure, it should be. I mean, it should be. I would like to do it. But again, it should be not like, you cannot come and have recipe and go.
Right.
You understand? You should have consistent approach to coach, which that's what we should try to create right now in new place.
Mhm.
Maybe if I will have peer program, I will talk to peer coach to say, I want to help you guys and work with them every day.
Yeah.
I always thought Hannah Miller should have done pairs. I thought she.
Yeah, but I have now several skaters who went to pairs and everybody's happy because of their jumping.
Yeah.
I have two girls now doing pairs and they jumping.
Good. Yeah.
They can, and coaches are so happy because of they can jump.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one problem off. They can concentrate on programs, links, and it's less problems.
And they're better at helping with those things. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. They better with that. That's those profession.
Yeah.
They get somebody who can jump, then they put together they jumping.
Right.
Simple. Yeah.
Simple. Yeah.
Yes.
If they just do it. Yeah.
Well, Rafael, thank you so much. This was so interesting. We thank you so much for your time. We look
Thank you.
forward to seeing your students this season.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Rafael. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.